is the new game that everyone is talking about. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy BlancOnline. Today, here to talk about one of it's not even a new game, but a brand new upcoming title, Splitgate. If you guys don't know what Splitgate is, I'm going to explain what the game is and why everyone is quitting Warzone for this game. Let's get into Splitgate. Splitgate was actually initially released in 2019. It's a PvP arena shooter, which mixes the elements of like Halo style battle and Portal. If you guys don't know what Portal is, it's like a puzzle game. I don't know if a lot of people know what Portal is because it hasn't released a game for a long time. But basically, it's a game where you have two different colors of portals, an entrance and an exit, whichever way you want to make it. And it adds for some really unique gameplay elements in a PvP arena style shooter. Halo combat elements, and what do I mean by that? I mean a sandbox. So essentially there's no creator class and there's no customization that way, or a gunsmith or anything like that. You initially spawn with whatever weapons the game gives you, usually the carbine and the assault rifle, and then scattered across the maps are different types of weapons. That is the sandbox. Within the sandbox you have things like battle rifles, sniper rifles, plasma rifles, the BFB, the rail gun, like different guns that spawn within different time sections. So it's very, very Halo-esque and very COD Classic. If you guys remember COD Classic back in, say, like Call of Duty 4, it was a very similar system where you spawn in with weapons and then scattered amongst the map are your different weapons, so like your MP5s or your M16s and that sort of stuff. So that's essentially the combat style there. There's also like boost jumping, which we've seen from, say, it's more similar to Black Ops 3. I would say the movement style and the way you use jumping and double jumping and all that sort of stuff, very Black Ops 3. There's no sliding or anything like that, so no slide cancelling can happen. It's a very, very fun shooter, and I played this game for about 8 hours yesterday, non-stop, just going straight. And yesterday was the first game that the game got released. I'm recording this on the 1st of August and the servers just went live. They're letting people go in bit by bit because the server load is so massive. And that's one thing that I did want to say props to for the developers of this game. I think that Modern Warzone touched on it as well, saying like these guys could have released the game like 2 days ago or a couple of days ago just because there was a demand for this game. Like if you guys don't know, this game was initially released in 2019 on PC only, and then it just came out on consoles, and this console release is where this game is getting its new life from. And if I'm honest with you, on PC it kind of flopped. Like not a lot of people played it. There was a very small niche community, people who played the game before it was cool. And then now with this new integration with the next gen consoles and consoles as a whole, the game's getting a brand new life, and I'm so glad that it has, because this game is so fun. And as I was saying, man, they could have released the servers and they could have made the game live as soon as the game started getting a bit of traction, but they didn't. They held off. They made sure that the servers were in a place where they thought it was ready. They brought them out, and even when they brought out the servers, man, the load and the amount of people trying to get into the game was just so crazy. There's still server queues even now, like a day after the game launched, technically launched in a beta phase. It's still server queues. You still have to wait to get into the game, but once you do get into the game, there's a lot of fun to be had, man. I haven't played a game like that for a very long time, like just solid 8 hours straight. Like that's not something that I do, like I normally do. That's not something that I've done probably since Black Ops 4, man. Like I probably haven't done that for 3 years now, purely because Call of Duty just hasn't been that game, you know what I mean? Even when Warzone first released, like in pandemic times when everyone was at home and there was nothing else to do but play Warzone, even back then I never did an 8-hour Warzone sesh. Not a chance, because it's like you do the same thing over and over again, right? You go to Verdansk, you drop in, you go to the same place every single time, you get money, you get your loadout, and then you camp and then you win the game, right? It's just like it was never that game that sort of enticed you to continuously keep going. What I do also like about Splitgate is the progression within Splitgate. Yes, there's no creator class, so there's no sense of progression in the sense of getting attachments and getting new guns and getting new perks and all that sort of stuff. But with progression is coming with the guns that are within the sandbox. So your assault rifle, your carbine, your sniper rifle, and all this sort of stuff. Because within those guns there are challenges, and within those challenges there are rewards for those challenges, whether that be a skin or whether that be getting a skin and continuing another challenge like a daily or a weekly challenge that's within the game as well. And for completing those challenges, you get the gold gun. So it's very, very Call of Duty similar, where you have challenges for camos and that sort of stuff, and within that progression it feels pretty good. And then as well as that, there's Battle Pass, and the Battle Pass progression is there as well. What I do like about Battle Pass within this game is that it shows you how long it'll take for each tier to go up, like whereas Call of Duty, it's just time based and there's no real indicator of how fast or how slow you're ranking up your Battle Pass, because there's no clear indicator there. They say there's double XP Battle Pass, but what does that even mean? We don't even know how much XP we get into our Battle Pass, whereas in Splitgate, you do. And I like that. I like knowing how long it's going to take me. It's 25,000 XP to get to the next Battle Pass tier. Cool. Let's go. Let's do that. Let's get towards that. Let's get to the next tier. Let's get 25,000 XP to go to the next tier. It's fun. What I do also like as well is there is an item shop and there are like loot box type of things, but even with the loot boxes, you earn so many just by playing the game. Like, it genuinely doesn't even matter the fact that you can buy them. Like, it's one of those things where you can, it's called split coins, and split coins is the in-game currency within the game. It's like COD points within COD. Split coins is what you use to buy your different skin bundles and all that sort of stuff. You don't really need to do it, because to be honest with you, you can just unlock cool stuff through the supply drops you get for playing the game. So it's one of those things where, for me personally, if I was to buy a skin bundle, I probably would. And this is one of those games that I would put my real money into for a purely cosmetic sense, and that's what it is. There's no game-breaking guns you can get for buying the supply drops or buying the skin bundles or whatever like that. It's not some half-assed anime tracer pack. The skins within this game fit the game, if that makes sense. And I can't say that for Call of Duty because it doesn't. So this is definitely one of those games where I feel like I can genuinely put my money in to this game, and I'm not gonna get ripped off in terms of the content that I get back for my money, or like from getting a half-assed product, if you get what I mean, unlike Call of Duty. Now let's talk about why everyone's moving from Warzone to this game. On one hand, it's hype, right? It's all hype, and it's warranted, and it's warranted hype, if that makes sense, because this game is genuinely fun. And while yes, the elements within this game we've seen before. We've seen the Halo style combat. We've seen Portal before, because there's 2 whole games about Portal. But combining them together, it just feels good. And what I like about this game as well, there's a skill gap, and there's a massive skill gap. If you're really good at this game, you're going to on everybody else that is not so good at this game. From what I can see, there's no skill-based matchmaking, because you get some really good players, you get some okay players, you get some really, really bad players, and within the lobbies, there's some higher level people, some lower level people, and that are obviously brand new to the game. So there's definitely, at least from what I can tell, no skill-based matchmaking. Until we fully find that out, I'm not going to say yes there is skill-based matchmaking or no there isn't skill-based matchmaking yet. Just from what I can tell from my 8 hours of playing, there isn't any. So that's a good sign from me. Games feel good, games feel fair, games feel competitive, but also fun, if that makes sense. It's that balance there that Call of Duty doesn't have, and it feels really, really good to play an arena shooter where if you're good at the game, you will poop on people. And for this game in particular, Splitgate, being good at the game means being good with guns and having good gunplay, and that's not something that you can say in Call of Duty anymore, because it doesn't matter how good you are at using a weapon. If someone is using a meta weapon, they're gonna shred you 99 times out of 100. And if someone is crouch jumping and slide canceling and do jumpy bunny hopping, all this bullcrap, they're probably gonna kill you. And for this game, at least, doing that jumpy slidey bullcrap doesn't really work. Where this game thrives in terms of a skill gap sense is being good with guns and using portals to your advantage. People who use portals in this game, 99 times out of 100, will absolutely trounce anyone else. Because if you didn't know, you can place a portal next to you, place a portal behind your enemy, and shoot your enemy through the portal. And not a lot of people understand that concept, at least right now. So for me last night, when I was playing the game, like, I was absolutely wrecking so many people last night, purely because I grasped the concept of using the portals to my advantage, to where I was able to portal next to me, portal behind an enemy, bang, shoot them, jump through the portal. There was more enemies on the other side, and then they didn't know that I was there, so it was just easy pickings from that point. Like, it's such a good game from a, not even a competitive standpoint, but just from a standpoint of, you know, you can be good at this game if you get the concepts and the mechanics down pat. Whereas Call of Duty, right, you could be good at Call of Duty if you know how to press the right trigger and slide and then jump and then use the meta weapons and all that sort of stuff. There's not a lot of skill gap in Call of Duty right now, and there's not a lot of skill gap anyway because of skill-based matchmaking. So really, if you're good at the game, you don't know you're good at the game because you're versing everyone else that's as good at the game as you are. Whereas in Splitgate, it's, you know, you're good at the game because you're trouncing on people who are not good at the game, people who are okay at the game, and sometimes people who are on the same level as you as well, because that's just the way the matchmaking is, and it's really fun. So Splitgate is definitely going to be a game that I'm playing for a very long time. People are quitting Warzone because the cheaters in Warzone are they've been a problem, but people are getting even more sick of the cheaters in Warzone. So a lot of people are saying, okay, what do we have now that we don't have Warzone? Well, you got Splitgate. It's the new thing that everyone's playing, so we'll move over to that. It's free. It's only like 14 gigs on PlayStation 4. I don't know what it is on everything else, but it's free to play. It's in its beta phase right now, and I hope this game pops off. I really hope that this game pops off because it's so much fun. So much fun. So much more fun than I've had on Warzone for the past, what, 6 months? I've had more fun in 8 hours than I have had fun in 6 months on Call of Duty, and that's saying something. So I really hope that this game not only pops off, continues to pop off, and will be something that we can play for a very long time. Obviously down to continuous content updates and different stuff like that. And I hope that they don't ruin this game by adding guns through microtransactions and all that sort of stuff. I just hope they keep the sandbox the way it is, add on to the sandbox if you need to, but don't ruin the core experience purely for a microtransactional sense. So yeah, man, that's the game that everyone's quitting Warzone for. Splitgate. Get on it if you haven't done it yet. I'm gonna be making Splitgate videos on the channel. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna make commentaries. I'm gonna make live commentaries. I'm gonna make tips and tricks videos and all that sort of stuff. So I am all in on Splitgate for as long as Splitgate continues to be a good game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment down below. Have you played Splitgate yet? If you have, let me know in the comment section down below what you think about it and how it compares to Warzone and Cold War if you've been playing those games. Click subscribe if you're new here if you want more Splitgate content and if you want Call of Duty content as well. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.